What's up, y'all? It's Jaleesa McFat. I hope you're having a nice day, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into things. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at the bottom, like the video, and we're gonna talk about Teddy Riley versus Babyface on Instagram Live. Now, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and start out by, they got too much money to be having sound issues, and that's on Teddy Riley's behalf. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't really watched too many of them other battles like that. I heard about them. I see the hype behind it. But this one right here, this Teddy Riley Babyface, child, this was gonna be everything. You hear me? I mean, I had been listening to Tevin Campbell just about all day. I was prepared. I was ready for the classics to be pulled out. Child, I was ready. You hear me? Had it rolled up, had it poured out. I mean, child, we was ready to get into some things. Alright, so the battle was set to start at 9 p.m. Now, I will say, Teddy was on time. He was there. I was there. As soon as Teddy went live, boom, I was live. Me and my friends were sending DMs like, oh, it's about to start. It's about to start. Child, I should have even had some popcorn. I mean, this was really the event of all events. I mean, as soon as I got on, they probably had like, what, 250, 350K viewers? So anyway, Teddy was on time. Babyface, you know, he needed a little time. He came in a little after 16 minutes. And I mean, just off the first look, Teddy had a stage, it looked like. He had the microphones. Teddy had a whole crew, child. And I knew something was wrong when it first came on and we couldn't even hear Teddy. That was strike one for me, okay? Y'all got too much money, too many people around y'all for y'all to be having sound issues like this. And then, child, they had to turn the live off and turn it back on just to have the sound problems worked out. So anyway, Babyface finally called in because they had a problem with sending the request. You know, it was taking a while. They couldn't see Babyface's name. But anyway, here comes Babyface. And, child, the difference was amazing. I mean, Teddy was set up, child, with a crew. Babyface just sitting in his old chair, child. Looked like he should have had a glass of champagne or something. He was just sitting there by himself. Looked like a rocking chair almost. And you know, I didn't see too much around Babyface. He didn't need too much. It's a regular press play battle. You understand me? So then they had to go back and forth between who was gonna start. And Teddy was just doing too much. He was talking too much. And I just was ready to get into it, child. I mean, the views were there. I mean, I had been waiting on this all day. I know you were. Now, the whole time we were waiting for the battle to start, it was a bunch of back and forth between Teddy and Babyface about, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can hear you. One of the most annoying and biggest problems was the sound and feedback problem. I don't know why they just didn't have that straight, but there should have been like more people like around them that knew what they were doing to fix the problem. But anyway, Babyface started things off, got into his music for the ladies. You know, everybody was feeling good. Had the two occasions going. And then everybody was like, okay, Babyface sitting there all humble. And then it was Teddy's turn. So Teddy get up there and do his thing. And child, it just sounded hard. Like you could barely even hear the music. So you just see Babyface down there just listening. And then when it's over, he just, you know, chuckle a little bit and just, you know, I like that, you know, complimented the man. But there's no way Babyface didn't hear these sound problems like we heard them, because it was just terrible last night, honey. Like, it just ruined my whole night. So everybody in the comment sections was just like, yo, it's a feedback issue. Like, we can't hear. Like, y'all don't understand. They were taking breaks. But then Babyface went and he played some Bobby Brown. You know, I was feeling that, child. My mama used to play all that around the house. To be honest, just off the technical difficulty problems, I'm gonna just go ahead and say Babyface won. I don't care. Like, Teddy was doing way too much. But they did say they're gonna come back and do it again. They're gonna reschedule or something. But, child, I'm gonna just go ahead and say Babyface was ready, child. I mean, he was ready to do his thing. He was just sitting there pushing the button. That's it. Teddy, you got to do better. Hopefully the next one, when they reschedule, is better. I'll be looking forward. But y'all had way too many people watching last night for all these problems. So I hope they get it together. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Like the video, and I'll be back real soon with your entertainment news. McFat was here.